What all too common trait do you find extremely unattractive in the opposite, or same, sex? Not wanting to admit when they don't know something. I don't know isn't that hard to say. And not knowing something doesn't mean you're automatically stupid. But pretending to know something when you don't does tell me that you're an egotistical idiot. Asking for advice when they're really looking for validation. Hey, do you think this is a good idea? No. Probably not. Why don't you ever back me up on anything? Humble braggers. You know, I'm so broke after my fabulous European vacation. Guys are always telling me how hot I am, I hate it. Telling me every meticulous detail about their day. Which I find interesting and I'm happy to discuss. But then never asking me about my day or holding any interest in my stories when I tell them. It just kinda hurts sometimes. Like, I have an interesting life too. Please ask about it so I feel included. When they try to make you jealous just to get more attention. When I met my BF, he said I don't want to have to fight off other guys for my girl. I want my girl to fight off other guys for me. Stuck with me. Men shouldn't have to keep a watchful eye on their significant others if those significant other actually want to be with them. I don't know what to call it, but I will give an example. There was a man in my college language class who was in his 50s. He struggled to catch up with the rest of the class, but he was persistent. And there was this girl in class who would constantly make fun of this man among her friends for being slow and old. Whatever quality she has. I find that extremely unattractive in a person. Mean? I think that's mean. It's called being an insensitive CNT. And NBSP. Gold edit. I made it by being rude. When I say I like something so they tell me they like it too even though they don't. I want to know your actual interests. People who make assumptions and then treat their assumptions like facts in their daily lives. Edit extra focus on the fact portion and its implied stubbornness to re-evaluate and change their mind. Lack of patience. Getting angry after something frustrates them just a little bit. The attitude of quick anger is annoying and at times overwhelming. Anyone who flaunts being an arsehole bitch. Why do so many people find this attractive? And then they say you just can't handle my honesty. Okay. Yeah. That's it. Anybody who needs to assert what a superior person they are. Even if they try to worm it into a compliment. I'm an amazing, discerning person and you meet my standards. You lucky dog. Close bracket. Personal experience has taught me that these people are 1. Wrong. And 2. Completely exhausting to talk to for very long. I really don't know why you're getting mad that I'm staring after every girl we walk by and flirt with every girl I meet. I chose you from all the gorgeous women I could have had instead, my ex. Thank you for graciously blessing me with your presence. I feel so special. Asshole. An intense dislike for me. Call me picky, but that's a deal breaker. Mind games. Being expected to know or do something without proper communication. Hints at things. If you want something, just use your words and be straightforward. I know it may seem scary if you're not used to it, but it makes things so much nicer in the long run. On the same hand, obligation. If we're seeing one another, I don't want to feel obligated to see you. Or like I have to. I want to see you because I want to see you. Edit. It's come to my attention I might not have been clear regarding obligation. I understand my partner has needs and I will and do gladly provide to fill those needs. But when a partner proceeds to guilt trip me into something or puts me in a position where I feel I am not allowed to see my friends or have me time, then it becomes an obligation. And no longer a situation where it is mutually enjoyed. I'm the sweetest bitch you could ever hope to meet. But if you come for me, you're going to see a whole new side of me. So you're a CNT then. Got it. Edit. Who would have thought a J Jolly quote would be my second highest comment? The simple and tragic lack of interest in learning and experiencing new things. People that don't ask questions. So many people think they have all the answers. And having a good listener in both essays is rare. Dating profiles that make a list of what they don't like. People that make it a point of pride to tell you that they'll tell you exactly how they're feeling or that they are as blunt as it comes. These people often confuse truthfulness, honesty with downright rudeness. Also in the same vein. Me. I'm gonna stop and get food. Want me to pick you up something? Huh? No. Get home. And she eats half my tea. Edit. Revise the whole thing because it was confusing people. No, she doesn't, my poo poo. Similar to this is. What do you want to eat? I dunno. You decide. Pizza it is. Pizza? We just had that the other day. Mexican it is. Again? Chinese food, here we come. I don't know. I'm not really in the mood for that. Okay, I guess I'll just make a sandwich. You want one? No. Eats half my sandwich. Oh my gosh, I have no money. Spends $300 on jewelry and tea. The people who hate drama yet they are always in the thick of it. Oh, cut them out of my life real fast. If you want to be treated like a queen, then you better treat me like a king. Edit. You bastards are hilarious. Okay. From now on you're only allowed to move one space. But I can go wherever I want. Spats with the Pope and assassination attempts. Got it. Self-pity. Too much of it. People who mistake education for intelligence. Intelligent people don't flaunt their education. Seriously. I worked with people who have their own Wikipedia pages and have had scholarships named after them. Ironically. They also have no issues being referred to by their first name rather than Dr. I'm going to be real and say talking too much. No matter the gender. Someone whose talk-listen ratio is very high. The I'm angry about something else therefore it is my right to be angry at you attitude. I was told pretty much that to my face more than once. I'm as calm as a corpse but this is my single berserk button. I'm a millennial, 25 years old. And I hate it when people promote this I'm awkward. I'm ugly. I just want to eat pizza. I'm petty. I'm a bitch. I'm crazy on the inside. If you date me I will do X, Y and touch your butt kind of thing. The part that makes it unattractive F is when I see memes and statuses like that all over their Facebook. And they are nothing like any of that in person. It seems like a fad to me. And I don't like it. People's knees. Me in this thread. Whoa. I hate that one a lot too. And that one. And they're not even scratching the surface about all the annoying behaviors I've got catalogued in the back of my mind right now. Wait a minute. Am I picky? Whoa. I think I just realized I'm an intolerant jerk. Weird. Taking pictures of F-kin everything for social media. But my spaghettious. Playing with your goddamn phone while I'm talking to you. Put that thing away. My eyes are up here. My eyes are up here. I've made my choice. The you should know why I'm mad I'm fine attitude followed by pouting. I luckily haven't had to deal with it yet in a relationship and I don't plan to put up with it in the future. When she or he unhinges their jaw, tilts their head back to the heavens, and emits a high-pitched and deafeningly loud whirring noise before ascending skyward. I don't like the expectation, among some, that different treatment will be given based on their attractiveness. I am not going to be rude if I don't find you SI. Also, just because you have a nice face and ample rack, I'm not going to be deferential to you. I treat people according to the interaction. Courtesy and respect exceed all superficial traits. Girls acting dumb or pretending they're dumb to seem cute. Grow up. People who think all the problems in their lives were caused by someone else. Saying how ugly they are when they know they are good looking. I see it so often and sh*t makes me mad every time. Flakiness. At this point if you flake once without giving a 24 hours notice, and I've known you for less than a month, I'll probably not talk to you again. It's incredibly disrespectful to my time. Especially if my plans revolved around you. I understand if shit happens and we have to reschedule. But I literally have had instances where women have cancelled 15 minutes before for some BS reason. Obsession with sex. If I'm on a first date, I don't know you well enough to be attracted to you. And no. Me saying I wouldn't consider sex on the first date in my online profiles is not me playing hard to get. And for the record, there's nothing wrong with sex on the first date. I just can't feel attracted to someone who I don't have some emotional engagement with. Don't know if this will get seen, but any guy that wears sunglasses indoors I feel like is a dick. The exception is if they have a white cane. Right? The whole Kardashian look. You can have as much plastic surgery makeup as you want, but at the end of the day, you can't polish a turd. Loud girls. Please stop shouting. I know you're an excited 23-year-old, but tone it down. When she calls you mate. When my so and I first started dating I was too shy and awkward to call him baby or similar. Sus I called him man a lot. What are we watching tonight baby? I dunno man you chose. Look what I got you babe. Thanks man. I love you sweetie. I love you too man. I don't know how he stuck through that. When guys act like jerks to get my attention. Maybe they are jerks. If they are acting like jerks to get your attention, chances are they are jerks. Someone who says something incredibly rude, insulting, or ignorant, and follows it up with what? I'm just saying. Or something to that effect. No. You said it. And you meant it. Stop waffling. People that end every sentence like a question? It really irritates me. Being off when the man is sick or tired or worried. Because a man cannot be weak and she hates it. This is so unfair. She can be upset, rude, aggressive, depressed because there is too much wind. Work was difficult. It's the full moon, etc. Like we men don't have our own issues. Letting every little thing get under their skin. And turning every minor annoyance into a travesty. My ex would get really worked up over minor things. Like getting stuck at a light for one extra cycle. Or someone cutting her off on the highway. And would let it totally ruin her mood and her day. Drove me a teeny bit bonkers. Bumper sticker tattoos. Tattoos can be attractive. Kind of like how there's some custom paint jobs that add to a car's beauty. Then there's those tattoos that are just slapped on like bumper stickers to a cheap Kia. Delaying response or ignoring altogether, either to play hard to get or to make it look like they're busy. Like WTF. I answer always straight away unless I'm working. This type of communication makes me drop the person. A lot of people communicate differently by text than you do. Not responding immediately is your style. Responding when I feel like it is my style. I absolutely hate when people think that them sending me a text means I'm obligated to respond on their time schedule. It's incredibly self-centered to put your expectations on everyone else. And assume the worst of their character simply for having a different communication style. You dropping people for daring to communicate differently from you is definitely doing them a favor. People who consume oxygen. I find that most repelling. I'll like your dog more than you. This is more friendship based than romantic. Through my life I have known so many gay people. So many. It really annoys me when a gay person makes their identity about the fact that they are gay. They use it as a shield in lieu of regular conversation or interaction. It's an easy, low-hanging shtick that just bugs me nowadays. That individual gay person may be the only one in his circle who acts that way. And thus views it as part of their individuality. But it's a very, very common way to be. This is such a silly thing and I hear it from straight people all the time. Do you not realize that the vast majority of straight people funnel enormous portions of their identities into their straightness without realizing it? It goes unnoticed because acting straight is the norm. Rude wait staff do not tip. Just experienced this Saturday. Talking to girl at the bar while having a smoke. Agree to go up to the bar to get a drink before dancing. And not only was she impatient in getting her $1 ladies night drink, she also didn't tip. I walked away immediately. I'm not a fan of muscular guys. For self-esteem and snuggle reasons. No body shaming. But I love snuggling with guys with a bit of a belly. I hate the obsession with alcohol or drugs. I understand having a good time and a beer or two, but when you drink for the sole purpose of getting shitty-faced or constantly brag about smoking weed, it's just a sign to me that you're too boring to hang out with if there aren't drugs or alcohol. I'm 22 and unfortunately this describes too many people I meet. Problem matching. Not that same as one-upping. More that anytime you complain, blow off steam about something. They always have had the exact same thing happen to them recently. Happens at work a lot. Frustrating as hell. I understand you're trying to sympathize, but let me vent on my own. I'll out this here because the ones I see do this are almost always women. 95% of the time. See 300-pound woman, K. She's big. Whatever. See said woman eat enough for 16 people, K. She likes to eat. Over here same woman bitch to a friend between burgers that she hates her body and it's unfair and she just wants to be thin and fit like those other girls. Now wait just one f-king minute, bitch. When they leave me. When they are condescending and arrogant. Oh yeah. I've been reading Nietzsche for a few months now. No big deal. I hate when other men, though women do it too, talk about their sexuality with me. I don't f-king care who you find hot. I don't care who you slept with. I don't care if we share the common satisfaction of busting a nut. Stop talking to me about your sex lives. It's like talking to me about your dreams. Unless you have a truly interesting story to tell, you don't. Or it involves me. It doesn't, or you wouldn't need to tell me this story. I don't want to hear about who your f-king not f-king would like to fck what turns you on. Unless it was a natural progression from a conversation we're already having and isn't just bragging or projecting sexual dissatisfaction. What the fck is going on with girls' eyebrows recently? Amongst guys, especially young guys, there's always this need to be competitive or show off. This manifests itself in many ways. You see it in packs of loud frat dudes in social settings, or even guys trying to collaborate on something as trivial as say lighting a fire when you're all camping. They lecture each other over top of one another. Act informed or be bossy. Grouted with typical insults. This behavior is always amplified when women are around, and it's probably especially there as a young dude because of women. Throwing your friends under the bus as you compete for women is lame. Competitive behavior is also exhausting. It irritates me to witness or be around. I am the oldest of 5 boys. I grew up with that shit my whole life and pick up on it like it's instinct now. I'm not a fan. It's annoying to see or be dragged into. Trivializing my feelings as overreactions. Edit. I guess I should preface this by emphasizing feelings. Not out of control behaviors like throwing tantrums or throwing fruit. That is obviously unacceptable. I'm talking, hey, what you said kinda hurt my feelings, yo, that's honestly not my problem. If you're gonna overreact, I'm not even going to talk to you. Also, people who overreact and when I point that out, accuse me of trivializing their feelings. Your feelings are your feelings. I'm criticizing your behavior. There's a difference. Pretty much everything. Human beings are terrible. Mistreating people in the service industry. When you're being a total asshole to a waiter, or cashier, or fast food employee, it does not make the object of your affection think, whoa, she is clearly superior to them. I don't care if you're rich, or smart, or privileged. If you treat other human beings as peasants who are beneath you, I just find that so incredibly ugly. No drive to better themselves. No motivation to do more than they already are. I've met way too many people like that, and it's 0% attractive. You can be accepting and loving of yourself, and still strive to improve yourself. Not being interested in current events but having a really strong opinion or campaigning your ass off for someone or something when it matters. Like, you can't even name the 3 branches of government but you are ready to take up arms if your favorite candidate doesn't win? Not a super big deal but saying like every other word. I mean like it's just like super like annoying, you know? It. Just to be clear, I have no problem with filler words just when they are used to extreme excess. When women greet each other at a social event with that minutes long whining shriek culminating in a hug and an air kiss. Seriously. Stop that. And we make fun of dogs sniffing asses. Guy here. Guys. Please stop being so damn thirsty when it comes to women. I can't stand the extreme strong independent woman act. Like I do appreciate the trait of an independent confident woman but I hate when it's too extreme. Example, if you get mad cause someone holds a door for you. You are crazy. Holding the door for someone is just general good manners. Doesn't matter if you're doing it for a woman or a man. You're either gonna love me or you're gonna hate me. It's automatically hate. I realize that's not a trait. But I get annoyed reading that on dating profiles. Yes. I'm so alone. I find this to be a symptom of our current times. But younger girls try very hard to prove their worth as girls. In a way that backfires a little. I think it's what happened after the few years Tumblr had to tell girls that men are essentially sexist and define girls based on patriarchal standards. How true that is, I don't really want to discuss here. But I do know a lot of girls now who are overly conscious of how they see themselves in relation to men. One of the things they do is try to force an image of incredible intelligence. Beyond whatever they are actually comfortable with. I've had a lot of conversations with normal girls who try very hard to act as though they're Harvard summa cum laude. It's tiring because when they do that I feel like they're trying to disprove my gender-based opinions of them which just don't exist. It's a little insulting honestly. When a girl just assumes guys are automatically misogynistic and can't look past gender. Then those same girls complain that men find them intimidating. Like no.